for the inaugural issue of GDS, you wrote a research note for us, which is called On Not Seeing Like a State, Ethnography and Intertextuality on the Way to Practice. So, should we be seen or should we not be seen like a state?
Well, thank you very much for that question. No, I think we often, or perhaps even always, think like a state, and I see the type of anthropological approach that I bring to research as being intertextual in terms of being able to read across time, not being lost in the ethnographic present, not being lost by just the set of propositions that are invited by your latest literature review, but also being able to read across time and archives, to realize that things are sort of always in motion. Terms, arrangements, um, social constructs, if you will, are always being negotiated, are always in play. And the more we realize that, then the more our own frames of thinking and our ways of framing the world increasingly come into view as themselves being objects of critique and intervention, right? And so I see the exercise that I'm spelling out in this article is a way actually of bringing our own frame of thought and how our own frames of thought are often complicit, right, in the governance of the way things are, right? I expected going into my study of resettlement, I had these ideas of what success would look like, and it was, I derived this from literature, and I thought, hey, a successful resettlement is going to have people living there full time, and they're going to, be continuing their traditional practices, and there'll be this type of cooperation and all this sort of stuff. And the more I was there, the more I saw that line of thinking, you couldn't accuse it of being, necessarily, obviously biased in a whole heck of a lot of ways. I think it was well-meaning, but it was a type of thinking that I needed to bring into view and displace, because had I stayed attached to that, I would have been complicit in trying to fix people into place in these really ambitious projects to like re-engineer society, and that were really hostile to people's livelihoods, right? Now, as soon as I finished that exercise, though, I have to start again, right? Because my stately thinking, it starts to concretize again, right? And so each exercise I repeat in perpetuity, sort of bringing my own way of seeing things into view and learning to displace it.